Yeah.
Good afternoon, Anita.
Yeah. Everybody can hear me, see me, see the screen as well.
Yes, Vanita.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
If we have a luck, we can have our Kenny sir also today. Not sure when he can join. Okay, let's do it. We'll start with the prayer first. Close your
Yes.
eyes, palms together, seek the blessing from your Guru God Goddess. Simply on and slowly open your eyes. Okay, as usual, we have the 3 agenda for today. Additionally, one. Okay. Go with the Kocharam first, followed by Karana for brief description about Karana. And today we are going to discuss about the Bhava Karana, followed by our lessons of today. Then we ending up with the horoscope discussion. Okay, very quick one. Okay, let's start with the Kocharam. Guru in the Mithuna, Ketu in the Simha. Okay, this particular chart I will tell you later, but this is the today's coaching. If you see now, the Gocharam, the Chandra was in the Dhanur till now, but it will move to, wait a second. The time of about 5 o'clock, it's moved to the Magara because I need the Chandra in the Magara for today for one explanation. That's why I take this particular time of today. Okay, now, Surya, Chandra, Buddha, Shukra and Mangal in the Makara, Rahu in the Kumbha, Sani in the Meena. Okay, what is special about this? I lost my cursor. Wait a second. I try to disable the meeting room. Yes. Now anyone can join.
5 grahas are there.
Nobody join? Yes. Who is in the waiting room, I guess. Anyway, I'll read this. Okay. What is special about today? Today is the Amavasya. Then this one, the Surya and the Chandra, the Makara Rasi. What is special about this one? This is the month in Tamil, we call it as the Thai. Thai is the month of the Pongal. The peoples may celebrate as the Makara Sankranti when the sun was entering into the Makara Rasi, right? In southern part of our India, this the sun when it is enters into the Makara Rasi, they celebrate it is in a very different level altogether. One of the festival is called Pongal. Okay, now let's see about the importance about this two combination, sun and the moon combined together in one Rasi. Okay, now in both the planets are in the same Rasi itself. What does this meaning? Sun and the moon together. Anybody?
Amavasya.
Amavasya, right? And particularly that today's Amavasya, the Thai Amavasya, or Magar Amavasya, the people will call it as the Mauni Amavasya, Darsha Amavasya, various names for this particular Amavasya. What is special about this? So, when this is the very beautiful day to worship our ancestors, particularly on this day, to get their blessings. And next one is if you do the fasting along with the mauna. Mauna means you are not speaking at least for 12 hours, 6 hours. If it is possible for you, 24 hours for the entire Amavasya time, then the energy consumption from the universe will be drastically increased in your body. It's a kind of a cleansing. the channels which is in your body, the prana energy in your body will be totally cleansed. Particularly if you do the fasting on this day, that true Mauna fasting. Okay. When you increase the Mauna fasting time, the duration of the Mauna is increased, then the internal energy will increase. The people will say the inner force will increase. And particularly when you do that kind of the Mauna fasting on this Tai Amavasya or Magara Amavasya, particularly today, it is very, very beautiful for the inner peace. The one's life force will be increased. Okay, so that much beautiful today, along with if you worship the ancestors first today, that you will get a wonderful blessing for that is also another one. Okay. Now, yeah, as usual, how you are going to see the Gocharam, you have to look into the yearly planets, Rahu in the Kumbha, Shani in the Meena, Guru in the Mithuna, Ketu in the Simha. So then we have to look, we already look into the Surya and the Chandra, and the Buddhan, Shukran, Mangal in the Magara Rasi itself. As usual, I'm saying the same thing again. When the Chandra was in any particular Rasi, you have to see whether in your birth chart, is that your Lagna, is that your Rasi, or is that your 8th house, or 6th house, or the 4th? Keep that in mind. Okay? So, based on that, how your mood will, that is the one that find that particular day to analyze yourself. Why we need to make that day is analyzing yourself, because when your mind was in a turmoil, the planet is also not helping you, then everything was in a chaos, and you will find something new in you. What kind of an energy, what kind of situation you are facing, how you are emotionally how you are emotionally settling down, everything comes into picture. So that you have to be careful when not be careful, just be an outsider to view yourself as a third point of view, how you are behaving, how you are doing emotionally well or not. Okay? Now let's move into the
So,
other part
Vanita,
of
all Amavasyas, it is Sun and Chandra together, is it? Every Amavasya?
okay. That's a good question. I will tell you. See, if you see today's Gocharam right now, the Chandra wasn't here. That's why I
It
tell
was
you in
in
the
Dhanur, you said. Dhanur, you
Tandoor
said. At
itself.
5 o'clock, it is moving, you said.
Yes, that's why I
Mm.
told you I particularly take this time because I want to tell you something
Use the
about.
combination, okay. But
Yeah,
not necessarily, that means. Amavasya means it's not necessary it has to be together.
it will come. The sun and the Chandra will come in that particular tithi itself. It will come. It will come together. It won't be like that in the another Rasi, but the
Okay.
duration will be more or less. It will be away from each other. It's a
Okay.
kind of the minor difference only.
Mm.
But if you see now, the Gocharam, the Chandra was in the Dhanu room.
Okay.
But I particularly take this time to understand about the sun and the Chandra when it comes into an Amavasya.
Okay.
Okay?
Understood. Yeah.
That's why I ask you to see the Gocharam every day. You will find different knowledge altogether. I also thought the same thing. When the Amavasya Tithi starts, the Chandra and the sun will be together in the same Rasi. I had the same kind of a thought very, very long years. Then
Okay.
when I started looking into the Gocharam, it gives me the different ideas altogether.
Okay.
Now let's see about this one. Jung. Why I am adding this, the gray color part of this one. Now you have to consider. Now we already know about what is the Panchang elements of. I 5 elements in the Panchang, that is your Tithi, Nakshatra, Yoga, Karana, and your day. So we know about this. We know about this the Panchangam, right? In a day, if it starts in usual Vedic astrology, how the day starts, how the day ends, based on the sunset and based on the sunrise and the sunset. Okay. Now the sun today, the sun rise on the 6:37 a.m. Okay? And it sets on the 6:13 in the evening, and again rise on the 6:37 for the next day. So it is almost 24 hours, right? Not almost, it's 24 hours. So the 6:37 to 6:13, approximately 12 hours. and the next evening starts to till the next day of the morning. Okay. This is the 24 hours. Usually, how we know our day-to-day life practically, how we are practicing 12 to 12, right? 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. we considered as the 124 hours. But when we consider an astrology, Vedic astrology, they consider the sunrise and the sunset. Okay. The Panchamas also do the same thing. When the Tithi starts, Tithi ends, they consider based on the calculation of the sunrise and the sunset. Okay. Now, the Tithi of the Amavasya up to 1:21 a.m. very next day. 1:21 a.m. means it comes around here. 1:29 a.m. means it comes around here, this point. Okay. So until here, the Amavasya will be. Okay, if you see this, this is the light gray. Let me see. This is the light gray. This is the daytime. This point, this part, daytime. This is the night time. Okay, I guess you can easily understand that point. So the Tithi Amavasya will continue from this. It's in the yesterday also, but it continues from today's also, and it is going to end at around 1:21 a.m. in the night. Okay, that means the January 19, 1:21 a.m. in the night. So here the Amavasya ends, then the next Tithi will start from there onwards. That is the Pratipada. Okay. The same goes for the Nakshatra also. Nakshatra till Purvashada, how it's end up to 10:14 a.m. In the morning, 10:14 a.m. it ends Purvashada. Then after that, the Uttarashada continuously for the remaining days. Okay. Now, when it comes into the yoga, Harshana up to 9:11 p.m. 9:11 means it's up to tonight here. 9:11 p.m. And after that, the Vajra Yoga will start. Okay. Now goes with the Karana. And the Karana starts with the Chadushpada up to 12:45 p.m. It's the mid-afternoon today. Lakshmi Cursor. Okay. Here we go. Oh my God. 12:45 p.m. Then after that, it was a Nagava. Now that it is the time for the Karana for the Nagava. From there onwards till the next day. That means the January 19, 1:21 a.m. in the midnight till the Nagava Karana goes on. Then after that, Kimstugna will come. Okay. The big day is the Ravivara completely, and the Paksha is the Krishna Paksha. Today is the end of the Krishna Paksha, and the Shukla Paksha will start on the next day onwards. If you remember the Karana, one of the Karana will, the Nagava comes under the stable, I guess.
Yeah.
If you see, this is the Amavasya, right? Then
In
it comes
auspicious.
around the Nagava and the Kimstugna and the Chadushpada. If you remember the fixed Karana, it comes around the new moon, right? If you watch next day also, you will clearly understand what is the Karana. Okay. Let's move into. It's a quick description about the Bhava Karana. The Bhava Karana tells you about various things altogether. Maximum I reduced into the brief description. If you find the time, we will have the separate classes for the Karana itself. But when it comes into the Karana tells you many things. Tells you about the deity, tells you about how to do the worship for this particular Karana for the Lord. And what are the puja items you have to use? What kind of the fasting you have to use? What kind of the flowers you have to use? There are the many things involved in the Karana worship itself. But now we have to understand what is the detailed very, very deep description about. Okay. Type is the Charakarana, means this Karana will become movable Karana. It comes again and again. In a month itself, the Bhava Karana you can see one more time also. Planet is the Mars, but sometimes the people will say the ruling planet is the Sun. But here, when the peoples who are in the Bhava Karana worshipping the Lord Shiva is very, very good for. If you see the peoples who born on the Bhava Karana, if they feel they are imbalanced in their body, during the night before they sleep, if they chant the Om Namah Shivaya, until unless they feel like there is no count is needed, until they feel like, okay, this is this much I need to chant. If they chant for that many times, Om Namah Shivaya, automatically their body becomes aligned, the chakra becomes aligned, the body becomes balanced. If you are born under Bhavakarna and you feel like, no, I can't sleep in the night, then chant the Om Namah Shivaya in the night, particularly before sleep. And you should not have the Om Namah Shivaya chanting with full stomach. See, if you had a dinner, approximately 8 or 7:30 in the night, or at least 9 in the night, have 2 hours of the gap before you are going to the bed. Then when you're going into the bed, chant the Om Namah Shivaya as much as you want. Then you feel you are contented with that chanting, then the sleep will come automatically. You don't need to try for sleep. Okay? This is the best for the Bhavakarna peoples, particularly for the Bhavakarna peoples. Okay. The planet is the Mars, deity is the Narsimha and the Hanuman. Okay, here is the thing. The people who we are talking about the peoples who born on the Bhavakarna only. If you born on the Bhavakarna and worshipping is the Narsimha and the Hanuman is too good for you. Okay, one more thing. Okay, I born on the Bhavakarna, then I bought the idol of the Narsimha and the Hanuman into my home, then I worshipped at my home. You should not do that. You have to go to the temple and have the prayer, and you want to chant, if you, whatever you do, and do that in the temple itself. Because the Narasimha energy and the Hanuman energy need the kind of the setting, need the kind of the premises, it should be in the temple only. And you can receive that kind of the tremendous energy from the temple premises only. So if you worship Narasimha and the Hanuman, go to the temple and have the blessing. That is the best way to do that. Okay. Now, Bhavakarma is very auspicious to start anything. We will do that, what are the activities suited for this, but this is the auspicious current. When it comes into an animal, every Bhavakarna have the animal also. How the Graha was having the animal, planets, lovers, everything. Right? Bhavakarna is also having the animal which is lion. The flower is the Punnai Malar. I don't know how to mention it as in English, that's why I skipped that part. The flower is the Punnai Malar. Tamil, the tree is called the Punnai. Day is the Tuesday. Okay. Why we need to know about the day? Because if you're born under Bhavakarna, you're trying to do anything on that particular day, it will give some luck into you, and that will increase the auspiciousness for you. Okay. Okay, what are the things I can do in under Bhavakarna? You can start anything new. You are going to start a journey. You are going to do any ceremony for this. If you are going to do any ventures, start anything or start. You are going to begin anything. This is the best day for. And even if it is a celebration, particularly any kind of the social gathering, that means more than 10 or 100 people is gathering at one place, Bhavakarna is the best option. And if you want trying to start the creative projects, Bhavakarna is the best option. Any religious rituals, it can be any religions you are going to form, you are going to perform the religious rituals. Bhavakarna is the best option. Okay, the people who born on the Bhavakarna, what are the personality traits? Okay, there is a variety of personality traits. I listed only the 3 main, that 2, it is a positive traits. Okay. If they are really kind and content with their life, whatever they have in their life, they feel like, okay, I'm good with this and I'm satisfied with this. These people are not greedy enough to need more. If they're content with whatever they are holding. And most of the time, their intention, they are always inclined towards the creativity. They want to do something creative. Even though whatever they are doing is their profession or they are not doing any profession, the creativity is in the mind all the time. And they involve with the leadership. Why the leadership qualities come? Because the animal is the lion that gives that kind of the urge to perform that kind of the leadership. It's again an inbuilt quality for them. Then you may say, but if I born on the Bhavakarna, then I didn't have the leadership quality. Then you have to see in your birth chart how is your Saturn was placed, how is your Sun was placed. if your Saturn was a highly significant prominent in your birth chart, then the leadership quality will be little bit diminished in your life. Then also you have to see how is your sun and the Mars. So if the both the things are not in an auspicious level, then definitely the leadership quality will be a little bit down. That will have to be developed. Then you may ask, what I have to do? Do the Surya Namaskar, do the Om Namah Shivaya chanting, and do as much as the physical exercise you want. Okay? You should not stop for a single day. That was the thing the Bhavakarana people have to do. Okay? Anybody born on the Bhavakarana?
Vanita, aren't you born on that?
Yes, me. Yes, me. I born on the Bhavakarana only. Yes. What are the anything you want to know about the Bhavakarana? Okay, so there are many things you have to know about this, but this much information is enough for now. When we are moving forward, we can add more because till now there is 10 more Karanas we have to know about it, and the number of yogas we have to know about it. So I'm skipping this part, this much brief description. Okay. If anybody want to know or you have any doubt about it?
No,
Okay,
no,
awesome.
that's
You saying something?
no. It's clear. I see.
That's the first of the 7 dynamic moving karanas, right? Bhava.
Moving. It's a Charakarana.
Charakarana, yeah.
It's a Charakarana. It's a movable in nature. It comes again in the month.
Yeah, this is the one of the first of the 7
Hmm.
moving, yeah,
Yes.
Charakaranas.
So moving to sixth lord. Okay, now we are seeing about the sixth lord. We already know what is the sixth lord about. It's about what is the sixth house is about triple R. Roga, Rina, Vipu. And it's also about the competition, it's also about the success, it's also about the service or the job which you are doing. Okay. What is the important things we have to know about when we learning about the sixth lord? Sixth house, it's also Upajayasthana. It is also a Dusthana. And when the malefic graha present in the sixth house, it is going to give you the benefic results. Keep that in mind when you are moving forward. Okay, we already know about this. What is the sixth house is meant for? And quick revision about the sixth lord in the first house. It is about the personal. It's about the Jataka itself. When the sixth lord was sitting in the first house itself, they most of the time they exhibit the leadership quality, whatever the occasions they have in their life. Okay? Whenever you find that, go through the chart. If we possibly you can find it in online, I guess. Okay. Then okay, sixth lord in the second house. It's about the Dhanasthana, and the sixth lord was in the second house means you may have this sound health, good health. But most of the time you're very much hardworking to acquire the wealth. These people are wonderful in communication. Okay? But one important thing about when the sixth lord in the second house means they most of the time, they constant vigil over the economic resources. This can be the positive and this can be negative as well. That's getting into okay. Sixth lord in the second house means if you see about the one important point, they have the tremendous communication ability. And when you see about if you see the sixth lord in the second house, where it's given in examples of the Paramahamsa Yogananda and the Sri Sri Ravashankar. And when we know about the Yogananda means, Yogananda sit for in the meditation for 8 hours, and 8 hours sitting in the meditation is not a big deal. But what is the big deal here? He sits in the 8 hours of the meditation with the Padmasana. The people who do the practice for the Padmasana, for 30 minutes, they will know if you sit for a Padmasana for 30 minutes or 45 minutes or even an hour, then after the 1 hour of the practice, you have to crawl on the floor only. Can't even put the leg out. Because the that much your leg will suffer and you also will suffer, obviously. But Yogananda will do the meditation in the lotus pose itself, the Padmasana pose itself. I believe everybody knows what is the Padmasana. He do the meditation for 8 hours. It's really not a. He was in a greater level and can't even describe how much he is grateful. He do that meditation not in a one single day, once in a time, once in a year. No, he do that kind of the practice for every day. His practice was consistent, very determined. That's why he reached the greater level. And he has wonderful gurus as well. But why I'm trying to do, these people are very determined in nature, very consistent in their practice, and the very best example. And he have the wonderful strong will. The willpower which he is holding was very much strong. When you learn about the Yogananda, his prime concept comes around and revolves around the willpower. He says whatever the things which you have want to achieve, he says that in every word, it comes up one or the other way, the words and sentence was ends in the willpower. Even his practices, is the techniques which he taught to his disciples, it's all comes around the technique of the willpower. Okay, why I'm telling about the Yogananda? Yogananda is my favorite. Okay, let's move into clean personalities. If you find time, go ahead and search about these people. Sixth Lord in the third house, it's a Viparita Raja Yoga. We already know about it. In the Dhairyasthana, the sixth Lord was sitting, means these people will have less competitors. They are accomplished. They have the capabilities to overcome all the obstacles in their life. Because a lot of obstacles was sitting in your Dhairyasthana, then you will overcome everything, right? Okay, now let's getting into we see about 3 houses only, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes,
We
we
should
need to
start
do
with
fourth house today. Yeah.
Okay. Now see sixth lord in the fourth house. That means the lord of the obstacles who going to create a number of obstacles in your life, going to sit in your Matrusthana. That is the fourth house. Before that, we'll learn what is the fourth house. Fourth house is for your home, asset, mother, real estate, vehicles, hormone, social life. And harmony, in other words, whatever the happiness you feel in your life, what is the happiness meant in your life? It's defined in the fourth house itself. Now, the sixth lord was sitting in the fourth house. Now, we know about what is the sixth lord. Sixth lord is for the competition, sixth lord for the success, service, rover, inner. That means you are a debt, your enemy, and your rover, this is okay. Now, the sixth lord was sitting in the fourth house means mother's blessing will be in every success of your life. You will definitely have the mother's blessing. And in other words, it's a kind of the backbone for you in your every success. Your mothers will help in one or the other way, or mother becomes your backbone for you. In simple word, mother blessings definitely will be in your success. Okay, this is one wonderful point when you say about the accomplished on count of. If you in now the books written by the Sudha Murthy, one time she said, "I'm a good writer, but I'm not a good storyteller." That means the sixth lord is not in her fourth house. See, when the sixth lord in the fourth house means these people are very, very good in storytelling. They know how to tell the story, how to make the story goes ups and downs and create the scenes as well. And this one in my brother can do the same thing because it was like this. If I'm seeing the drama in directly, and it is exactly equivalent to when it is explained by my brother. He says the scenes exactly what is going to happen, what kind of the scene which is in front of him. He explain it in words. This is really not possible for everyone. These people are very accomplished from companies, very good in storytelling, Very, very good. Can't even judge in their storytelling. Okay. When the sixth lord in the fourth house means sixth lord is for your job, and that lord was sitting in the fourth house means you are successfully social at your home as well as at the work. That means the environment which is in your home and the workplace will be quite good for you. Okay. Now comes into our education. When the sixth lord in the fourth house means that is your change. Sixth lord, there are a lot of obstacles coming into sitting in the fourth house. There is a higher possibility you may change the school occasionally, year by year or year after year. In the year, you may change 2 times, 3 times, change the school. There is a higher possibility you may skip the school once in your school time. You may take a break because of a number of reasons. You may fall sick or you are unable to go one or the other way. There is a disruption in your education welcome, or due to family background or some other situation may come in your family situation. You may drop out from the school, or you are also willing to go to school. Then you may think about it, how is this possible? You may have the good family background, but when the sixth lord in the fourth house means, you should be very much careful about the education. I also see the people who the family background was really good, but exactly in the basic education of that girl's life, one girl life, one day she abruptly decided not to go to school, regardless of no reason. Every number of the people's parents, correspondent, teachers, everybody was controlling her, telling her what is the reason why you are not coming. The girl didn't give any reason. She decided she didn't want to go to the school, she wanted to borrow. And that happens at least for a year. So when the sixth lord in the fourth house means, have to be very careful about your education life. Okay? One important thing, this is about the education, right? But when it comes into the work, these people are ruling their world, I would say. They are very much in the cottage industry. They have an opportunity to work from home. They may have involved in the small scale business. They can earn from the home. These are the people who start from the very big business from the home itself. Okay. And when the sixth lord in the fourth house means you really have a luck to work from home option. Now let's see about the celebrities. There are the number of the celebrities listed. If you find time, go ahead and look into. That will give you a fair idea about what is the sixth lord in the fourth house. Okay, again, one more caution I have to say. Sixth lord in the fourth house means we are telling about the very, very happy scenario. That is only the sixth lord in the fourth house. Imagine a situation where a sixth lord in fourth house combined with other planet, the situation, whatever the things which is listed here, may differ. Okay. Anybody having sixth lord in fourth house?
Yeah, Vanita, I have my Meena Lagna, sixth lord is Sun. Ravi is in fourth house, which is Mithuna for me. So fourth Bhava, actually, along with Rahu.
Meena Lagna. Fourth house is Mithuna. Sixth house lord is Sun. Yes.
Yeah.
I counting correctly, I guess. So Sun is in Mithuna.
Yeah. Well, it's actually fourth Bhava, actually. So when you're only in the Bhava Kundali, it will be in the fourth house. Because we are considering houses, right? So house actually doesn't mean a Rashi. So it will be in the fourth. It is in the fourth house in the Bhava Kundali.
In your fourth house.
Along with Rahu.
Okay. Sixth lord in fourth house. Yeah, it's correct only. Sixth lord in fourth house. Which one is matching? Which is
Yeah, all of them are matching the first three. And remember, I think I told you the other day, whatever I do study, I discontinue. The other day I was telling you about it, but then you said
Yes.
something else. But
Yeah.
it seems like this is something that matches that pattern also. So even but luckily it didn't happen in the basic education field, but it was only when I was doing PhD, I didn't go and complete. I dropped out. And then remember I was telling, like, if I start something like maybe learning flute or something and I could not, somehow I didn't continue, so I had to stop. For some reason it's not voluntary, but somehow the situations made to drop out. But the last one, it's not really matching the cottage industry thing. I never worked from home. I'm always in the field. I like to be in the field.
Because when the sun combined with the Rahu, it would allow you to work from home, for sure. Okay, let's see, that's awesome. Okay, anybody having a sixth lord in fourth house? Yeah, now let's see about the sixth lord in the fifth house. The fifth house, we know about it. It's about the concept. It can be the child, it can be your creativity, any thought process that is going to give you the new thing in your life. Creativity, spontaneity, and amusement. It's kind of humor and any kind of the speculative business. It involves everything: share market, gambling, all kind of the speculative things comes under the fifth house. It's again a Putrasthana. The fifth house is also for analytical skills, calculative skills. Not everything comes under the fifth house. Now, the sixth house we already know, Yoga in a Retusthana, that Lord was sitting in the fifth house. Okay, how that peoples will be. Okay, when the sixth Lord was in the fifth house means the Lord of obstacle was sitting in the creativity house. Is that going to increase your creativity or no? No, right? Because the Lord of obstacles duty is only to giving the obstacles in your life. That Lord was sitting in your creative sense, creative house. It makes you to stop. It doesn't mean it completely vanish your creativity, but it makes you to think slow, very, very slow. And when you think slow means your creativity was there, but it won't comes into an action. You may have a number of the thought process, but none of them come into an action. But whatever the thought process you had comes into an action by other people. Okay. When it comes into analytical skills, sixth lord, when it comes into the fifth house, you have the better analytical skills. Okay, but important thing about the humor nature, you may humorous. Definitely you are humorous. There is no doubt about it because it is the fifth house, sixth lord was sitting in it. But one important thing about the room happiness, are you able to laugh loud? I mean, with wholeheartedly you are able to laugh. That will happen once in a while for that jataka. He won't be burst out with the laugh completely. It comes from the laugh and the smile, the happiness, which is not comes out from the heart. Okay. For these people only, when the sixth lord in the fifth house, for these people, the laughing therapy, you may heard about it, they forcefully laugh. This is the very, very best for them. Ultimate best for them when the sixth lord in the fifth house means the laughing therapy. You may heard about this, I guess. Everybody know about this, right? The laughing therapy or laugh yoga. They call it as in a various name. They just simply laugh. You may see in any of the beaches or playground, the people will laugh like anything. But how to whom it will help? When the sixth lord in the fifth house, the laughing therapy is the best and best solution for. Most of the time, the sixth lord in the fifth house is they hold the kind of the happiness inside. They didn't have an ability to express out loud. But one important thing about the sixth lord, fifth house means they have wonderful willpower. Nobody can beat them. This point we already discussed. Their creativity will be stopped in a while. Because the creativity was stopped, they think very slow. Sometimes the Jataka himself or herself believe, I didn't have the creativity sense, but they have, but it will kind of, the process will be slow because that kind of the nervous system they built it. Most of the time when the sixth lord and the fifth house mean you should not involve in the speculative business. Why? When you involve in the speculative business, the sixth lord is going to give n number of obstacles in your thought process and it's going to be losing every step of it. The speculation, when the sixth lord in the fifth house, speculation is not good for you. And most of the time, these people very careful and tactical. Why they are very careful and tactical? Because they find n number of obstacles, struggles in their life. Number of people will give a different kind of a struggle in their life. So these people are very tactical and very careful in nature. Because of the struggles they faced, they slowly turned towards life. They are not born like that, but when they face a number of the struggles, they slowly become very careful in nature. Okay. They create a strong foundation for children, but one important thing about the sixth lord in the fifth house means they may face struggles or kind of difficulties given by the children also. Okay, one important thing about the fifth house is also romance. You may also have the difficulties in the romantic life also. So when the sixth lord in the fifth house means you have to be careful because these people are careful in nature, no matter what. That comes because the struggles they are facing, the difficulties they are living in, it makes them to be very careful. Okay. Anybody who's having sixth lord in fifth house?
Vanita, my daughter has
Oh,
the
okay.
sixth lord in the fifth house. Yeah.
Which lagna?
She's that Simha Lagna,
Shimma lagna.
and the sixth lord is Saturn, and he is in the fifth house, Saturn.
This is the sixth lord. So it's the
Yeah.
sixth house.
Yeah,
And the
but
lord
he's
was
in the
sitting
fifth
in the
house.
fifth.
Yeah.
Only Saturn.
Only Saturn, no one else.
Which is good, which is not good. I mean, which is correct, which is not.
First one is correct, analyst. She's by profession also. And humorous but seldom, uh, like, I wouldn't say like seldom laugh, but she does laugh. But then I do not know. But yeah, for jokes and all, that is what I have seen. So, but not very humorous by herself that way. But then she has a strong willpower. I rather would say maybe that is right also. Think slow. She thinks deeply before getting into anything. So slow and steady, and she'll never rush into. And she never speculates actually. She doesn't like that. She doesn't speculate at all. She says, if you feel this is right, then you go ahead, but I am not going to have my say there. So that is how she normally tells. So she doesn't. And yeah, she is quite careful. Even while talking, she's very careful. Okay, very diplomatic. And must be that last point, she would create a strong foundation to children, because that point right now, I cannot say that yet.
Yes. So it's good. Anybody who's having sixth lord in fifth house? Any further? So these are the examples. Don't miss out the examples. Okay, now we'll see about the sixth lord in the sixth house. This is the Viparita Rajyoga because the Dusthana lord, which is sitting in the Dusthana house. Sixth house, we already know about this, is the Rogarena Ripu, competitiveness, success, your job comes under the sixth house itself. Okay, let's see about the sixth lord in the sixth house means That means that your Lord of Obstacles is sitting in the Lord of Obstacles itself. That is, it's sitting in the own house. What is that going to give you? You are very, very strong in your personality. How the strong personality, how it is coming to that Jataka, because the competitiveness normally which is averaging the other people's. But when the sixth Lord in the sixth house means the competitiveness is really in a full scale. Like if you say it is a 0 to 10, normally the people's would comes around 7 to 8 or 9, or most probably below 5, above 6, kind of. But when the sixth Lord in the sixth house means they are in a full scale, 10 out of 10. That gives them the strong personality. They are highly competitive in nature. Because of this competitiveness, because of the strong personality, they rise in the life very rapidly. No one can stop. It doesn't mean they didn't have any obstacles. It doesn't mean they didn't have difficulties. Everything will come in front of them. But they know how to conquer, how to move forward. These people are very success in the community. Mostly these people are very success in the community service. Whatever the community they belongs to, if they try to start any of the community service, they volunteer or make it as a profession, they are really very much success in the community service. Mostly it's a commercial bent of mind. They inclined towards the commercial. Okay. The healthy habits is by nature because of the kind of the difficulty they face. They comes towards the healthy habits, or otherwise it's their nature. The healthy habits they want to include in their life. Most of the time, this is the very important thing that the Viparita Raja Yoga speaks here. Let's favor them. If they let's favor them. Okay, when the sixth Lord in the sixth house, if you have the Viparita Raja Yoga, then let's definitely follow them as well. Only favors, it's follow them, it favors them very well. Okay, in a simple way, sixth Lord in the sixth house, it gives you the strongness, willpower, and success in your life. Anybody having sixth Lord in sixth house? Yes. I guess it is true. I believe what it is, the sixth Lord in sixth house, right? Imagine your Mithuna Lagna. And your sixth Lord is Mars, right? Eshamu? Sorry, Vrikshigam. Your Lord is the Mars. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Now the Mars was sitting in the sixth house itself. That means the sixth Lord in the sixth house. Okay, then here is the thing. The sixth Lord, for the Mithuna Lagna, Mars is the sixth Lord and he's also one more Lord. What is that?
He's the owner of that.
11th Lord.
Owner of one more house.
11th Lord.
11th.
11th Lord. Okay, then it will also comes in the same thing. 11th Lord in the sixth house. Sixth Lord in the sixth house. Going to give you the same benefit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, there is a little bit difference. The subtle difference we will know about when we're learning about the 11th Lord. But keep that in mind. The 11th Lord and the 6th Lord, which is going to, if, okay, now here is the thing. Now, what are the factors you have to consider? The planet and the Lagna, because based on the Lagna and the planet is going to differ, and the combination of the, for this one, if it was the Mithuna Lagna or whichever the Lagna, if it is having the owner is having the two rasis means it comes around 6 and 11. See, let's have an example. 1 more 2. I may confuse you. I will give you one more example. See. Now that's going to differ for Sun and Kadaga and the Simha Rasi. So we skip that for now. Now I am moving into Tulala. Okay, which is the 6th house here?
For that
Meena.
one,
Meena.
Is
Meena.
Meena.
Meena Rasi, right?
Yeah.
So Jupiter is the
Lord of
Lord, and he is also Lord for which one?
Third
He's
house.
for Dhanur.
Third house.
Okay, now you see the difference, right? For the Midhuna Lagna, 6th and 11th Lord becomes the same. For the Tula Lagna, 3rd and the 6th Lord becomes the same. You understand the difference, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
So based on the Lagna, the factors which is involving here, your Lagna, the planet and the aspect, and if the owner is having the owner of the one more house, everything we have to consider. But at the beginning, you may feel like it's overwhelming and I'm getting confused. So at that point in time, go slow and you consider in the term of the 6th Lord in the 6th house, kind of the one step. This is the one step. This is the first step only. But when you're moving forward, consider the other houses also. Is that clear or I am more confusing?
Yeah.
Okay, these are the other examples which you can go through for the 6th Lord in the 6th house. Now, 6th Lord in the 7th house. Okay. 7th house, we already know about the people who's in front of you, you are going to face them. Maybe your spouse, it may be your partner, boss, client, customer, any kind of the gift you have received, this comes under the 7th house. Now, 6th Lord is a roger in a rigu. In simple term, it's a lot of an obstacles. The obstacles can be come in the form of your disease, debts, and your aims. Okay? Now, that Lord was sitting in the 7th house. These people will have the entrepreneurship quality very well. They can be able to do their own business. How that is possible? Because they struggled a lot. It's not come in the day one, struggled a lot. But because of the kind of the difficulties they are facing, it tamed them into a higher quality. Okay. Here is the thing, profound success after marriage. Okay, they achieve the success after marriage, but how is their marriage will be? That will be little bit struggle. There can be misunderstanding, will be there higher possibility because the 6th Lord in the 7th house. It won't give you the kind of a mutual understanding in your spouse relationship. Or if you are going to start a business with the partners also, there is a higher possibility of misunderstandings comes as a difficulty or misunderstanding as obstacle for you. These people can enter into a hospitality or service related career. Why? Because the 6th Lord is a service oriented. If the service oriented Lord was sitting in the 7th house, means if you are going to start a business or if you are going to start a career, hospitality or the service related is the best choice for you. World around changes for better. Now, most of the thing, the 6th Lord is you will face the number of the peoples in your life. It may be spouse, partner, boss, client, whoever it is. You feel like already said about that misunderstanding, right? It comes here also. You want to think that clear the understanding and you want to make the different outcomes out of it. But based on the situations you faced every day and now and then, you feel like the world around changes for better. But most of the time, when the 6th Lord in the 7th house means, the misunderstanding is another part of it. Your clients, that's what I mean. The client's customer spouse will be competitive. Competitive means it's nothing. They interest to competitive with you. Most of the time, they become the obstacles in your life. Your marriage may not be the smooth, may not be the smooth, it kind of rough in your life. You may be struggling finding, communicating or negotiating with your customers. But one or the other way, these people become your obstacles, but same time these people becomes your stepping stone in your success also. Anybody having sixth lord in seventh house?
I have a very close friend that has Simha Lagna. Shani is the sixth lord in Makara in Dhanu Rashi. Shani is placed in Dhanu Rashi. I'm
Simha
sorry,
Lagna.
Kumbha Rashi. Kumbha Rashi. Kumbha. Yeah.
In the sixth lord Saturn in the seventh house.
Yeah.
Kumbha, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And which one you feel like it is right? Which one you feel like it's not?
Well, I mean, he the high entrepreneurial quality. Okay, he's actually an IAS officer. So he all those things kind of matches. Actually, all those things match. Yeah. Hospitality. It's not hospitality. You can take it as service-related career,
Yeah.
public service. Yeah, I mean everything. Yeah, he
About
was.
his marriage life and
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. They actually, I think most of the changes happened after the marriage. I think that his so yeah, everything matches. Actually, the last one, the spouse may not be the competitive, but the other customers or clients or whatever you can say, it's always competitive for that kind of position. He was, he was a commissioner of Bangalore City actually at some point, long time ago.
And I have the same thing, ma'am.
you have seen?
Sixth lord in seventh. Satish.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Then Satish means Mithuna Lagna, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Your sixth lord is
Yeah, that's
Mars.
He's in
Mars in seventh house.
Danur, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Which one is correct? Which one is not?
Mine is major thing. Entrepreneurial. I'm not so good at entrepreneurship, but I'm very
Your
good
voice
at.
is low, Satish. I'm not able to hear you. Everybody can hear him.
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah, we can.
I can hear.
Okay, then continue.
Okay. Entrepreneurship is come down pretty bad because I had some other conditions like I didn't have the. I was too careful in doing anything, so I wouldn't go for setting up a new venture or anything like that. So that was hampered. That I couldn't do. Promote success after marriage, I can't say, but I started earning well after getting married and after 7 years only.
I consider it as an yes. Okay.
And hospitality, service oriented. Anybody comes to my house, I treat them very well. That's
No, it's your career.
career. I was very good till my whatever service I was doing. Yes.
Okay.
World around changes for the better means as I started earning, it was getting better and better. And clients and they are not competitive. They are very good friends to me. Most of the clients and spouses also was very good, very understanding to me. I don't know how. Maybe I had Jupiter in Lagna, so that was aspecting my seventh house. So that could be the reason.
Okay.
Whatever negativity Mars was bringing in for arguments, that was slightly made it very polished and became very good friends to me.
Okay, this is what I want to imply most of the time. When we have this is the straight points, right? This is the happy scenario. Sixth lord in the seventh house without any graha aspect, the sixth lord alone in the seventh house. That is going to give you this kind of the points. Like if you see here, the Saturn is only graha which is here. Possibly there is no graha aspect I believe, in the previous chart which we saw. But now when we see about the Mars, only one graha only in this seventh house, but even it was expecting, what are the things which is nullifying the competitiveness from the opposite person, over it is client, customer, spouse, the competitiveness is nullified. And the high entrepreneurial quality, maybe you have to think, pick, what is in your third house, you remember?
Third house, no, man, nothing is there.
Where is your son?
Sun is in the sixth house.
Okay, that maybe because you 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you see this? There was, what is this? The Parivartana was happening, right? Oh, no, sorry,
No, ma'am. No.
my mistake.
Sun is in the friend's house, that's it.
Yes, sorry. I thought in a different form. Okay, when the sun was in the sixth house, it may also give you this kind of the carefulness. The risk taking may be reduced.
My
Maybe because of
Lagna Lord is also in the sixth. That's why I was too careful.
Mercury is also in the sixth, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Along with Ketu also.
Oh, here is the hero. Okay, that's give you the every detail.
Yeah.
Awesome. Next, moving into one more house, then we'll jump into the horoscope discussion. Okay, I will quickly finish this one. Sixth lord in eighth house. This is again the Viparita Raja Yoga because the Dusthana lord was sitting in another Dusthana house. Eighth house, we know about it already. It is for longevity, transformation. It's a house of secrets, a house of mystery, your foreign settlement. Everything comes under the eighth house. We know about the sixth lord. Sixth lord is for your rosa inner repu, corporate success, job, service related. That lord was sitting in the eighth house. So that means the lord of obstacles was sitting in the lord of transformation. How it is going to. And that gives you the Viparita Raja Yoga. It's a kind of blessing in disguise. You may end up in a situation, but that will be the blessing for you. You may feel like, oh, why I'm into this situation? Why my life like this? But that will be the blessing. Most of the time, the success will comes in your life. Success will comes in every phase of your life. You will achieve the name and the fame in whichever the career you are choosing, whichever the profession you are choosing. The name and fame will be the byproduct of that. Okay, most of the time, you passionate about family, wealth, and finance. Most of the time, you are passionate about the increasing the wealth, increasing the relationship with your family. Most of the time, they never stop in their journey. Whichever the journey they started, can be in the profession, it can be their personal life, they don't stop the journey no matter what happens in their life. Because that kind of the willpower they will have. Anybody which having sixth lord in eighth house, it's a sixth lord in eighth house, it's a good one.
How come passion and for family and wealth and finance comes in, ma'am?
The kind of okay, the sixth lord, it's a kind of sixth is the competitiveness.
Oh,
The kind of the competitiveness, the willpower which we are holding, it will be transformed into in which area in their life, in their family, to their wealth. Mostly the sixth lord is also for the acquiring wealth through your job, right? So when the sixth lord was sitting in the eighth house means the competitiveness, you can call it as the passion, comes to increase in the wealth in the family. Mostly they are interested in increase in the wealth only. That means they want to increase the finance level. They want to increase the wealth in the family. That comes the passion. The sixth lord gives you that kind of thing. See, most of the time, the eighth lord is also for the search of the truth. They are called as the seekers. When the sixth lord, who is very competitive in nature, was sitting in the eighth house, it's a constant seeking. What will be the outcome? You imagine that. So
so got it,
when
got it.
one person was having the high competitiveness and sitting in the constant seeking, and what the seeking will be, they are not going to seeking in the spirituality, right? They are going to seeking in the kind of the service related thing. What is the service related thing which comes into? It comes into towards the wealth finance kind of stuff. Because of the sixth lord only, the wealth comes into the priority. Suppose if the seventh lord was sitting in the eighth house, ninth lord was sitting in the eighth house, the story will be different. Okay.
Okay.
Now I quickly getting into the horoscope discussion, then we will finish our class. Today we are going to finish the Vasudeva horoscope if possible. Okay, now let's see about the lots today. Okay, we almost comes in. I thought this is the homework for everybody, right? Okay, now we'll discuss. Now we are in the Vasilis horoscope of the 11th house. You already know about it. Lagna is the Tarka Lagna, Rashi is the Vrikshika Rasi. And we already know about the important thing. Exalted is the Mercury, depreciated is the Moon, Rashi Parivardhana is the Yogarka is the Mars. And Varayadipati is the Buddha, Ashtamadipati is the Sunny, sixth house Lord is Guru, Padakadipati is the Venus, Maranakaraka, there is no planet in the Maranakaraka Sthana, Agragraha is the Sunny, Compass is the Mercury, and you have to remember that is also exalted. So the exalted is nullified here. So we have to consider it the conversion. Okay, now let's come back here. Now the Rahu in all this. Now we have to consider 11th house. The 11th house is the Rishabha. Lord is the Venus. And Rahu was sitting in here. Okay, see what was. Now tell me what will happen. You can say whatever you want. Eleventh house. Okay, first thing. What is the 11th house is for?
Labhastha, Vyaya. I mean, Adaya, like income.
Fulfillment of desires, fulfillment.
And of course, yes.
Profit.
Labhasthana.
Elder
Profit.
siblings and
Elder siblings, awesome.
friends and income.
Yeah, your long-term friends, like yeah. Okay. Now let's see about elder sibling, social influence, wealth and gains, desires. Okay. What's something you siblings?
Yeah, I have a brother.
How is your relationship with him?
Very good, very good.
Okay, relationship is really good.
Yeah.
And about the social influence?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I do get, but then not very close with everyone. But there are a lot of high friends. But then there are a few very good ones too. Yeah.
Influence means you influence the others
Yeah.
or
Either way,
influenced
either
by.
way it is. It is either
So
both
social
ways.
influence comes in both ways.
In both
Oh.
ways, actually. Many of them are influenced. Actually, they gain when I say something. Like there are many incidents that way. But then I'm also okay that way. I also get influenced by my friends. So both sides it's.
So wealth and prosperity definitely will come because the Rahu was here. The sudden changes of the sudden gain you may acquire or the
Yes.
profit comes from the foreign resources because of the Rahu in the 11th house.
Yes.
That is correct, right?
That is correct.
Okay,
But
here
I
when
also
the
had some losses, Vanita, here and there.
I will tell you why.
Okay.
Okay. Now she's telling the losses also. What is the reason? Anybody can see that?
Rahu gives and takes away also, right?
No, correct. Rahu gives you like this, but takes you fully. Rahu gives you like go, reach whatever you want. Then it will drops you like this.
Suddenly
It
he
will,
will take.
it will drop you below wherever you are start. Okay, so that will be there. But still, she's losing some amount, I guess. Partially.
Partially. Like because
But how is that?
yeah.
How is that possible? Rahu was in the 11th house. Definitely the income gains will come from the foreign resources. There is a higher possibility. Sudden gains may also possible. But how come the losses will?
That I don't. Because of Ketu and Moon there in the fifth house?
Yeah. Okay, see this. There was an
Because
aspect
Ketu wants always detachment, don't desire anything. But Rahu says
exactly.
desire.
So see
That's the
this.
tug of
See this.
war.
The moon is an emotional. Mars is an aggression or the forcefulness. Ketu is the detachment, and Rahu needs everything. It was an it extend his. You would say greediness. I'm
He's
telling the
greedy, yeah,
greediness.
actually.
Yeah, I'm telling us the greediness in a very positive senses because the Rahu,
Mm-hmm.
if you need wealth in your life, without the blessing of the Rahu, you won't gain any wealth in your life. No matter what, you can see n number of people in the horoscope. The Rahu is going to give you the wealth. But how the Rahu's greediness will be controlled, that is pacified by the other planets. Okay? But Rahu is a source of going to give you the wealth.
Mm.
But here is a combination of emotional, your aggression, detachment, and that is going to give you the additional greediness. So all together going to give you the outcome will be like that only because the Ketu was there. Your detachment will be everywhere. Detachment from the money also, and it was in the fifth house. Detachment from the children also. Detachment from whatever the fifth house significance, the detachment will be there for sure. Moon means your mind is also sometimes
Emotional turmoil.
is like emotionally turbulent.
Yes,
And
that's what.
yeah.
Suddenly
But
I
at the
lose
same
off that.
time, you will find a solution. Even though if you go in a different waveform, you may reach the peak. But at the same time, you find the detachment of that emotion. Maybe it be prolonged for a week or a month. But end of the day, you will find out the solution. But the solution will be detachment.
Yeah,
Won't
that's
be it won't be okay. You adjust, you pacify yourself, you go into that path too. Because the Ketu will guide you in such a direction. Okay, leave all these things. You don't need everybody. Come on, let go. And you live peacefully. How you will live peacefully? You let go of everything. Whatever the thing which is bothering you, leave about everything and you become happily living ever after. Okay?
yeah.
That is Ketu is going to give you. Okay. Now
But
the elder
Pandita,
son.
I have a question. It's always a Rahu is opposite of Ketu. So every Jataka should have the same, right? Because that seventh, the position
Okay,
is like that, right?
exactly. See, when
Everyone
the
should
Rahu
have
is
that combo, except
exactly,
that the moon or something else will be there. That's what I'm saying.
exactly. That see, when the Rahu was okay, now why here the Rahu was having the higher influence here? Because Rahu in the Rishabha Rasi, the people will say that in the Rishabha Rasi, Rahu will gain its more power. The Jataka is also acquires the Rahu's energy in a greater level.
Okay, okay.
So that for sure. But when the moon and the Rahu combination was there, how is your mother relationship with you? Are you with your mother or are you far away from your?
No, my mother is in Hyderabad, but we are good, both of us. Yeah.
When the moon Rahu combination was there, if you are live away from your mother, it's good for both of us.
Okay, okay. But anyway,
When
we are
the
far away, Bangalore and Hyderabad. She's always been there. So I visit her, that's it. And she comes and stays with me sometimes. That's it.
in your yearly ages, how it will be?
No, my mother was good. Like I didn't have any this thing with my mother. Yeah, she always been taking care and that. Yeah, the regular everything normal. But she was a
Yes.
little strict when we were children. But then now she's very different. Yeah, after a marriage and like well, studies
And,
she used to be very strict. That's all. Other than that, nothing.
mm, you feel like afraid of everything. I mean, one or the other way. Okay, this may happen, that may happen.
Yeah, a lot of thoughts are there.
Some.
Yes,
Uh,
thoughts are always there. Yeah. First is that
uh,
negative thought only. Always. That
I
is.
feel like some kind of admonition will be there was the you may feel like something was behind me, something was in front of me, and I you may think like seeing that
I
you
didn't
may
get you
feel
actually.
Okay, another thing. Kind of an illusion, you may fear about any kind of an illusion. No, right?
No.
Strange feelings about something
Strange.
happening
No,
behind you.
I do get strange feelings at times. That's what I do get. I do get. But then I immediately divert myself. I
It's
say,
because of
no,
Moon
all
Ketu,
is
ma'am.
well and all that. That's it. So.
No. Moon
Hmm.
Ketu will give you that kind of the cringy feeling. Moon Ketu will give you kind of a spiritual desires. Even if there is a difference between the Moon Ketu, Moon Rahu. Okay,
Mm.
if you have the strange feeling from the Moon Rahu combination, that is not in a good energy level. Okay, not in a
No, I
good
think
energy.
I dream very nicely about, good things only.
Oh, then that's totally fine. But for the
Like I'm
Moon,
staying, I'm going, and that kind of whatever I think that comes as picture. But then Moon Ketu probably that detachment sometimes, sometimes in between I say it's all okay now, it's fine, we are good and thankful for what we have. That's the next step.
the Moon Ketu combination will give you that kind of the spirituality around it. Even though if you feel a strange feeling also, the Moon Ketu combination will give you the spiritual strange feeling. If you feel like somebody was feel like okay, some strange feeling, but that is a spiritual thing only. The energy will be positive only. But
Oh.
it's totally opposite for the Moon Rahu combination. Imagine a situation you have the Moon Rahu here,
Mm-hmm.
then that situation will be totally different. If you had a strange feeling, cringy feeling kind of thing, then that is totally a different story. Okay. And now, if you don't have that combination, so I'm skipping that part. Once we see any kind of a moon draw combination, we'll tell you that. Okay, now let's see about the. Okay, how was your desires fulfilled? How is your fulfillment of desires?
Some are instant, some are immediate, some takes little time, but yes, everything kind of. But I also wait little patiently for that to get over. Because some are long-term projects, so immediately we can't get it done. But then, yes, if you look at it, it is always whatever we think of, it happens. That's.
Anybody want to add anything into here? Rahu in the 11th house. Okay, now let's see about the 12th house also quickly. Now, see we already discussed about this 12th house Jupiter in her third, in sixth and ninth house, I guess.
We did it in the sixth, as a sixth house lord, and 12th house we did.
12th house, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Quickly finish that one also. 12th house, 12th house is the Mithuna, and the Jupiter was in it, who is the lord of the sixth and the ninth house. So this is the Viparita Raj Yoga, what it will be. We already discussed about it. Okay, so what is 12th house represents? 12th house represents your spirituality, foreign settlement, and your expense, detachment, moksha sthana,
Moksha.
charitable work, whatever the donations you are going to spend. Okay, now the Jupiter again, what is the planet as for? Jupiter is for wisdom, Jupiter is for expansion, spirituality, wealth, and the guidance. Jupiter will give you a number of guidance in your life. Okay. Now, when the Jupiter was sitting in the 12th house, most of the time, if the Jupiter in the 12th house means it's losing its most of its not giving the full energy towards the jar. But now it is in the Dusthana, Lord was sitting in the Dusthana. So that becomes the Viparita Raj Yoga. Now, based on this kind of the hint, you tell me 12th house Jupiter. You may tell anything, whichever you how the foreign connection will be. She will be settled in foreign or not, or she will gain from the foreign or no. Jupiter was sitting. She will gain from foreign or no, yes or no? She will work in overseas or no?
Yes.
Yes, right? Okay, now comes into the spirituality. how is their inclination towards the spirituality? What kind of the donation she willing to do? Is that towards the spirituality or towards kind of anything other than the spirituality? How is her
No,
donation
towards spirituality.
towards the
Spiritual
Towards spirituality.
and
spirituality?
humanity.
Okay, now
Yeah.
comes into an expense. How the expense will be? Because the 12th house is also for your expenditure. The expenditure will be definitely will be high because the Jupiter was sitting
Yeah,
in it.
it comes right, left, and center. Yeah.
Exactly. Then the expenses will be veritable. What kind of the expense she will do? It's for the charity, it's for an education, it's for the spiritual classes or the spirituality, veritable.
I do spirituality and some, I mean, of
Gifting
course,
also.
both of travel also, lots going on in that also.
So the expenditure will go into the charity, will go into education, travel, spiritual
Good
classes.
deeds.
Yeah,
Good deeds.
that's
What is it?
Good deeds.
good
Good
deeds. Yeah,
deeds.
that, yeah,
That's what
I
I'm
help others also. Like anything, like, I extend my help there.
There is a higher, when the Jupiter was sitting in the 12th house, there is a higher possibility she can teach in the abroad. Are you doing that? Any kind of teaching,
I
knowledge
was
sharing?
earlier, Vanita. Now from the time India also I did, but now because of frequently going to US, I have just stopped that. But maybe now I should start sometime later.
But
That's
when the Jupiter was in the 12th house, the teaching profession will be there, but it can be the modification of the teaching also. But
okay.
one or the other way, they involved in the education field that
Yeah,
through
I
12th
am in it.
house, the foreign land.
Yeah.
So, anybody want to add any other thing into the 12th house Jupiter?
Mm.
Thank you so much,
Vanita,
Vasanthi, for your wonderful
Vanita, only one quick request I have. If you have a quick solution for, I don't want to lose anything. I've lost silver, I've lost gold, I've lost money. So I instead rather it goes for someone with whom it can be helpful. It would be nice instead of someone else taking it. So if is there a possibility something if I do probably it can go for a good cause rather than just
So let me
losing it.
understand. So you lost silver, you lost gold. What is the question here?
I lost money also. Like friends only cheated, but then they took money on loan and they never returned, and quite huge amounts actually. So that way, so is there a way that that can be avoided and it can go for
So
a good cause?
which one you want to preserve? You want to preserve the gold or money?
I think money can buy gold, so money would be better.
Okay, the one thing which you can do, suppose in case if you imagine, consider a situation you want to preserve the. So if some of the gold is going away from you means same amount of the silver and keep it at your home until you get the gold back, because the silver makes the other element will come back into the source itself. So
Okay.
imagine you borrowed the 10 grams or 100 grams gold to somebody. Okay, you loan for that or you pledged for that or whatever you did, but you gave that for the 10 grams. Okay. Now, when the gold is away from you, keep the 10 grams of silver, you buy it new Anusha Nachatram or the Thursday on the Guru Ora, whatever the things which you feel auspiciousness in you, one buy that same amount of the silver, same exact gram or above that, don't go below that.
Okay.
Then this silver will attract the gold which is go away from you and it comes back its own way. You may
Okay.
heard also about this one. See, the amount of the money which you kept in your home, that will attract the same amount of the money. That's why you kept the money in the box. The people nowadays, the people are
Okay.
using the cards. But this is the logic. If you imagine if you kept 20,000 or 2 lakhs or 20 lakhs, and it will acquire the same amount, attract the same amount of the money or more than that. Okay.
Oh.
Now this is about the metal, gold, and the silver. Now let's see about the money. Keep the in your money box. Make it as in the book box or whichever the box which is very decorative. You feel you are connected with that box. See, most of the money box which is made up of the mango, because the mango in the tea group was having the stronger earth energy. That's why these people are choosing go for the mango wood or the tea group. Okay. Whichever is good for you. You feel like, okay, I want to go with the silver box. Go with that.
Okay.
What energy which is connecting you in that money box, make the money which is the countable of the two. It can be the 20 rupees, it can be the 2 rupees, 20 rupees, 200, 2,000, 20,000, 2 lakhs. Go with the multiple of the two. So what it will do, whichever the money which is goes away from you, it attracts towards you. But it remember the one thing, keep the money circulated. See, if you don't stagnate the money all the time, because if you had a chance to have new notes, new rupee notes, right?
Okay.
Stay with hold that note for 10 notes or 20 notes with that most of the time. Then you circulate for the good thing. You may donate for Gosala, or you may donate for any once in a month.
Okay.
But whenever you have that kind of an intention, so whenever you have an intention for multiplying the money, because the money will do the job. The money will, anyway, it's going to do the job. But when you do with that intention, it will multiply multiply the income to you, towards you. But when you put that money in the cash box also, put some kind of the fragrance into it, like you may put the cardamom or cinnamon. The camphor. The camphor is the one kind of the camphor which is used for the cooking also, right? We call it as a pachakarbur.
For paisam we put, no? Yeah.
That you can use in your cooking also. We can use it, the very pinch of the camphor into it. That kind of the camphor. And the clove and the cardamom and cinnamon and the saffron. Everybody knows about the saffron. So you put together as a bundle, put it into the cash box also. The intention here is you may create the fragrance of it.
Okay.
That attracts them more money towards.
Okay.
But fifth lord in 12th house is sacrificial nature. So she has to change the attitude. Unless she does that, all this is useless, right?
I was actually thinking about the same. I thought
what is that?
Moon Ketu combination will do that detachment
No,
kind
not
of thing
Moon
and let it
Ketu.
go.
Fifth lord in 12th house.
Which lord in 12th house?
Fifth lord in 12th house.
Sixth lord in 12th.
No, I think it will be sixth for her.
Oh, sorry. Sixth lord.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
but
I thought Ketu Moon combination would actually, have that detachment or let it go, then not worry about it. Because anyway,
that's there.
Maybe money went to the needy people, and then maybe they may not be able to.
No. If it was needy, I would not be really worried. Actually, it was a friend who actually, kind of.
Okay.
That's why.
Yeah, but still, parahasta gatan dhanam. Whatever your money with others, it is useless when you need it. Pustakastahi ya vidya parahasta gatan dhanam. Karyakale samutpanne nasa vidya natadhanam. So when you need it, if the knowledge is in the book, and if your money is with somebody else, it is useless when you need it. So.
Yeah. Now that's what, to learn life's lessons, sometimes it happened, finished. That's okay. Anyway, we are still good. That's it.
Okay. Thank you so much for your horoscope. Next week, which horoscope you want to discuss? Anybody?
You could do mine.
Who's this?
This is Murali.
Okay.
Muralidhar.
Can you send your date of birth, time of birth, place of birth in the WhatsApp?
Vanita, what is my Bhava? What is my... You didn't tell me that, I think.
Did I tell you?
No, what is that Bhava, or which one is mine?
Can we see that next week? Can we see that next week, please?
Seriously? Oh. Wait a second, I will tell you. Wait.
No, it is not there. See, that's why.
Not even in the initial session also?
No, I
Yes.
didn't. That's what I
No.
never registered that whether what is my this thing, because I know you were telling about Kaulava and all, but no, I know that was a different time that we were talking about all
Let me
this.
see what I forgot.
Maybe the first one has that the green bar and the red bar where the planets, different planets are there in that
That is
slide.
Shadbala.
Shadbala.
No. This is for which planet is going to give you strength.
Yeah, that was a different one. That which is the strongest and weakest. That one. That's what we are.
Let me see.
What Karanam? Karanam. I was born on Panchami, so probably I should not. Panchami
That is
and
Tithi.
Shukla Paksha.
That is Paksha.
Shukla Paksha, Panchami Tithi.
Tithi, yeah.
Panchami.
Well, if you put if you use any commercial, like online horoscope
Then I'll get
generator,
it,
it will
no?
tell you. It will tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Sage or
the
anything.
all the software will give you that.
Okay, I'll find out.
Yeah, otherwise, also I will give you later.
Okay, sure, Anita. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you all.
Bye.
See you all next week then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.